Morning all. It is dead on 8 o'clock on the 25th of July 2015. I solved the problem of why the on my computer display kept going off. Ridiculous. Excuse me. Yeah, what it is, I first noticed it when I first Google Chromebook. It would go off, and then somebody sent me a little email saying try this program. And what it does is you can make it turn off, stay on forever, or go off at certain times. That seemed to work okay on the Chromebook. Then I got my second Chromebook, and that particular piece of software came with it. So I used that same thing. But what I didn't know was, although I've got it all up there, there's loads of stuff up the top, you know, printer thing, IP address, oh, you name it, it's up there. I didn't realise that it came, because I'm on Windows now, right? I'm on Windows 8.1. 4 days to Windows 10, can hardly wait. I didn't realise that it came with just a Google search engine as well, which is what I use on here. And that's what it was. The setting was off. That's all it was. So I just had to click it back on. Problem solved. Typical, isn't it? Right. Agenda. I got caught in all that rain yesterday. Oh dear, did it come there. I had to go up the top as well to the chemist and pick up some prescription for my wife. So I thought, shall I go down the pub in the Premier Inn, which is, I suppose, half a mile from where I was. Don't know really, half a mile. Went down there, it wasn't raining too bad. But, oh, God. When I left a couple of hours later, of course, there's no protection on the scooter. You can get them, like, the blooming things cost even more than the scooter. It can completely cover it, but I feel hemmed in. So my wife had got me, you know, like when you see people old or whatever, even when they're sitting in a wheelchair, they have a sort of covering over the legs so they don't get cold. Well, wife got me something that's waterproof. The only trouble was it's not long enough to wrap properly under the legs, so it all come off. So I got drenched. I've got a waterproof coat that I keep on the back of the scooter, so I was all right like that, and gloves. Excuse me. Time I got home. Oh, this cough has to start now, doesn't it? So everything at the moment is like trousers, jacket, gloves, oh, you name it, are all in what we call the airing cupboard. I don't know what they would call it in the US or Canada, but it's where the main boiler is. It's called the airing cupboard. It literally airs the stuff. It's like when I was a kid, my mum, we lived in a masonette, which is like houses on top of houses that have got upstairs bedrooms and that. And in between each floor, you go out your main door, go along the corridor, and in between every sort of level in the block, there's what's called an airing cupboard, because airing cupboards are one is airing something or other, airing room. And everybody used to, you know, all the housewives like my mum and that used to put all their clothes in there. And the room were there, it had some sort of heater in it, I think. And you could hang it, or some people could hang it on the veranda or balcony, but the council didn't like that because it didn't look very nice. And you had no garden, of course, because upstairs we was up about the third floor. There was about 4 of them. So all my stuff, clobber, is in there. So it might have done its dry. I don't know if I'm going out because I'm waiting for a phone call. I don't know when, about my mobility charger. Supposed to be phoning me and working something out today, so I can't go out until then. So that's all right. I don't know what you call an airing cupboard or just boiler room, I suppose, or boiler cupboard in America or Canada. What did I write down here? Pub charger. Oh, I've covered all that. So, yeah. So at the moment it is nice and clear. I haven't been outside, but it did rain all night, so I got up about 3 o'clock for the usual. and then got up this morning at about 6 o'clock, which is, quick was what I'd done now before I have a shower. And it's all completely cleared, but it was still raining at 4 o'clock, 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock in the morning. So, God knows what it's like outside. Must be right messy, but I shall see. I haven't got to go out, but they didn't have all my wife's prescription. I said, well, I'll get it Monday, but meantime now, I think we've got to go somewhere else Monday now. Never ends, is it? I don't know why I keep looking at the clock. I wrote down 4 things and covered them in about 2 minutes. That's that out of everything, mate. Yeah, what Brian was saying about life and a half shell, in my eyes, I kept thinking, until I read Bly's comments and that on Facebook, on his Facebook page, I always thought it was life on the half shelf. Same as I thought that RV Lucky was TV Lucky, till I looked really up. I have to, sometimes, depends on what site I'm on and what I'm doing, I have to bring the text up, bigger. And sometimes I forget all that because I'm an idiot. I'm just putting this back. Otherwise I shall forget all about that. Yeah, so that went rather well, I suppose, yesterday, apart from all the rain. As I say, I don't know what I'm doing today, really. If I went out, see, the local chemist closes at 1 o'clock here, that's because it's a Saturday. But I've got most of the tablets, so I'll probably leave it to Monday. I forget what we're doing Monday now, but still, don't think till the afternoon, so there's no rush in that sense at all. When you edit these, I mean, I've never used the YouTube edit. Everybody else may have done. And for once, I thought, what's all these +1, +2, +3? And I didn't realise that's how people speed up or slow down their videos. I often wondered how they did it and what software they use, because the Movie Maker's quite old-fashioned, the Windows one there. And I thought, oh, that's how they do it. And also, on the filter, I mean, I'm colourblind anyway, so on the filter, I pressed that, and it seemed to make it clearer, because I seem to come out fuzzy with the light in here. I don't know. It's not my eyes. Well, it's what I see with, obviously. Yeah. So I started mucking about with that. And there's other things on there. I just never bothered to use the edit facility and stuff. So that was quite good. Yeah, sorry, I was talking about life and a half shell. Well, I'm just saying she's a nice woman, yeah. Very laid back. As I said in my comment, she's she's got some steel in her, and she's nobody's fool. And she gets a bit up sometimes when she's talking about something, that's because she probably feels strong about it. But she's a nice woman. None of us will probably ever meet. I don't know. Me and you might meet, Brian. I live in Swanley. That could happen. I don't think Janice will jump over the pond and jump back again. There's a few more I talked to. Well, one in Canada, another one in US, 3 in the USA. As I said, yesterday, my mate Reg has come back on after 3 years. I'm waiting for a video. I left comments and all the rest of it. So, everything depends now on this phone call about me blooming charger, because I'm having to use my wife's. Now, her power chair needed doing, so I had to put mine on all night, because where I go up to that pub is quite hilly, so it uses quite a lot of juice. So I had to leave mine all night, charging. I took it off now, and now it prompted it on my wife's one and charged that up. We all might be going out. It might just be me. I don't know. So, don't know where we'll end up. If we do go, it's generally dark for the same. But I get a bit brown off of that. They've got a market up there as well, and I don't like markets, but with a scooter, just gets on my nerves dodging silly people who just look at you or run in front of you. It must be like driving a car, though I've never driven a car. They're looking at it and they just walk, and I swear under my breath, kids, they don't watch them. They run in front of you and they do a silly little run and a little smile as if to say, "Aren't I clever?" I said to one of them, I said, all you're doing is make my nerves bad. You know, it's like people running across the road when you're driving, although there's a difference between 4 miles an hour and about 60. But, oh, dear, they think they're so clever. And they're not. They just cause accidents like that, or you reverse back. I mean, I've got wing mirrors that I've got fitted on there, but I don't know, you have to train to do them. I do use them, but I just somehow don't trust them. And when you're reversing it, you know, beep, beep, beep. But then again, you might have people who are hard of hearing, or like my daughter can't hear at all. You know, that's what I think of. And very seldom will I reverse anywhere, especially in a supermarket like Asda's. Like, I'd sooner go round to the next aisle and come along, right, you know, so I don't have to reverse. Well, they know you're there and they're picking at something, you know, tomatoes or something. They know you're waiting. And I know that they're doing it deliberately, you know. I mean, they're entitled to pick tomatoes, but they can see that and they know. And they're just being silly. And I'm thinking, you know, one day you might end up worse than me and can't walk at all, you know. So that's all good fun in your head. I mean, so I was never like that when I was young and fit. Like people were in wheelchairs or whatever. I don't remember scooters at all. Not till a couple of years in Clapham in London before I moved to Kent. But I never got in their way to live it and all that. I mean, why do you want to do that? Why do you want to upset someone else? Well, then that's the human condition in it. People love upsetting other people. Trolls, haters, hooligans, terrorists. I could go on. Please don't, they said. Please don't. Yeah, so that's it for today, really. Nothing else. Yeah, I hope you keep making videos in and out of Ishi. I mean, I like the stuff you come out with. I always have, haven't I? Something we agree with. Most of what you say I agree with. I don't think there is anything really I disagree with. Governments, they're for themselves, a government in any country. Council, they're interested in his cutbacks because the government lean on them and sod life until they get old and need assistance, like when my wife is disabled, or my daughter's technically disabled because she can't, because she's deaf, but I mean, she's very physically fit. She used to do karate and stuff before she went to college, and she got too tired to do it then. And she's coming up 21 in September. And she's going, yeah, I've got mates here, mates here. I said, well, I can't afford all that. You'll have to save up. Give us a hand or something, you know. She don't realise the value of money, I suppose, because she don't work yet. She's going on a work experience thing. They're going to try and get one of that, but it's free. You know, she don't get paid. But get her into it, like, you know. I suppose it does take some getting used to it, 20 or 21. I mean, I was at 15 and I was out working. I expect Brian was probably 16. I think Brian's a good bit younger than I am. Most people are these days. So anyway, that's me rambling. Look at this, blimey now, 13, nearly 14 minutes of ramble. Bloody hell. You think you ramble on, Brian? Your rambling's good, mine's crap. Anyway, nobody's up yet as usual, so I'm going to bugger off, sod about with this. Shall I make it fast or slow? The world, and you too, is my oyster. Right, so everybody have a good time. I keep forgetting, you know, I keep saying, have a good day, Janet, Jim Bruce, Reg, Bry, RV Man. I know I've left somebody out. Oh, it's gone. Oh, it's great getting old, isn't it? Right, I'll catch you good people later. I'm going to bugger about with this now. And probably a third coffee. Me and you should have a coffee contest, bro. I think I'd lose, though. Because I can only drink a certain amount because of the bloody water tablets. It's great. Right, catch you all lovely people later. Probably tomorrow. You never know, like. So, goodbye for now. And hope life is good to you today and forevermore. Bye for now. And Bodie. Sorry, I knew there was one. See you later.